morning, everybody. How are you this morning? It's a Friday morning on KTIB Thibodeau. I'm Greg Dumas. Yeah, another voice on the air this morning. Gene Richard, I guess I can tell you this, huh? I don't know. I don't know if it's been kept a secret or not, but he's not able to be here today because he had a little mishap with one of his legs. He's trying to be 16 again and kind of broke something on, but we're going to find out more details about that. We might get him to call in later on this morning, but anyway, it's great to be here again in the golden chair of Gene Richard because this is an honor for me on KTIB Thibodeau, 7:04 in the morning. A lot of things going on. And first of all, I want to get to something before my guest. I have two guests that I'm excited to have with me this morning. I want to thank, and I know probably Linda has done it before, but I want to just thank the entire city of Thibodeau, the workers, everybody that came out for Mardi Gras. I know it's past now. It's 3 or 4 days past, but man, the city workers did a phenomenal, I mean, absolutely phenomenal job of getting the city cleaned up. Starting right after the parade and going through Wednesday and Thursday, our city we just salute you guys because Mayor, you and your team, again, 100% excellence. I can't say any more than that about them because they just performed to the top of their game and made the city really come back. And of course, during all the Mardi Gras festivities, you know that thing there too. Everybody performed well on the streets of Thibodeau, and we thank you too for coming out. And good morning, you're on KTIB.
Greg.
Yeah, you got something on in the background. Turn it off. What's up? There you go.
I was going to get the station.
Huh?
I was trying to get y'all.
Oh, man, it's 6:40 a.m., okay?
Yeah. Greg, when you said that about Thibodeau, you remembered the whole Canal Street was cleaned up.
How about that, man? Wasn't that tremendous?
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, they did a great job. Go ahead.
But when Linda said that he hurt his ankle, and then he must have fell and hurt his ankle. That's what he must have done.
I think that's what he did. He was trying to be 16 years old again, I believe, you know?
I think so, too. Because you know what? It's glad to hear you back on the radio, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Greg.
Thank you. It's good to be back, man. It's kind of strange after being off for about 6 months, but it feels good, and it's a little bit different from TV, Doug. I do a TV show every week over at Louisiana Connection Network, and at least I don't have cameras on me right now. So.
Yeah. No, that's good. You know.
Well, listen, Doug, I got to run, but you have a good day, okay?
Y'all have a great day.
All right, partner. Bye-bye. That's old Doug. And,
old Doug, yeah. Old faithful.
And that's old faithful over on that other microphone, too. Gibbens Robichaux. Good morning, Gibbons.
Yeah, another phone call.
Everybody's in today. Good morning. You're on KTIB.
Good morning. It's Kathy, the birthday lady.
Hey, birthday lady. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Greg, and you?
All right. Who's up today?
I have a co-worker, Ebony Johnson.
Ebony. How about Ivory? No? Okay. Go ahead.
Ebony and Ivory.
Yep, that's right. And tomorrow's my boss, Wiley Mathern.
Wiley? He ain't getting any older, is he?
I hope so, because I am.
I saw him riding a bike in the parade. He's a reserve officer for no, he wasn't on a bike, was he?
I thought he rode a car.
Yeah, he rode a car. That's right.
Yeah.
He did ride a car. But Wiley, I know he's about 38 years old right now. So happy birthday to him too,
I think it's 38 tomorrow. You're right.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much,
Greg.
Kathy. Have a good day.
Good weekend.
You too, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And so, boy, we're getting off to a good start this morning.
You sure know how to operate that machine. I don't know anything about that.
Well, you just turn it on. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Just like a lady. You turn it on, baby.
You're only 28, and you've been in business a long time.
That's right. I've been in business for about 38 years. Okay, 7:08 right now on KTIV. My other guest this morning is none other than Chief Meteorologist of KTIB, WVUE, WDSU, WWL, and everybody appoints and beyond is William Taylor. Good morning.
And now here's Bart Darby with Dialing for Dollars.
Great to have you with you.
The Saints man. Boy, is he a Saints man.
Is he?
Yeah, they even thinking of all the fabulous videos he's made. They're talking about putting him on on the line. You got to gain a few pounds and get a little workout,
Well, I don't know about
You
that.
don't want to play that, huh?
No, especially after my professional wrestling career went so sour. But
I had something happen to me this morning. I'll have to tell our audience. I usually walk in when I have to sit in for Gene, and I don't know how to operate all these computers that Linda's got up here, but I look for my weather on my iPhone. Okay,
Yeah,
it's got a little icon that you press, and you turn it on, and it comes up, and you get the temperature and what's going on. I will tell you, it's 66 degrees outside right now, but I felt a little inadequate this morning when William Taylor walked in, and I pressed my iPhone. I said, "Why am I pressing this when I got the man here, huh?"
That's right. The weatherman.
William, it's going to get cold again, man.
Yeah, starting Saturday afternoon.
Why can't you hold this off till Monday? You got to ruin a good weekend.
Oh, I know. Well, actually, the whole weekend's not going to be ruined. What's going to happen is tonight, now we could have a passing shower today, but tonight into tomorrow, let's say after midnight tonight into Saturday morning, we got a front coming through that could bring some strong or isolated severe storms to our area, mainly gusty winds and hail in some spots, mainly northeast of our area. And then it'll push through Saturday morning, and we could get quarter to half inch of rain. It's going to be a very fast-moving system.
Good.
However, the rest of Saturday and especially Saturday night to Sunday morning will be very breezy. Northwest winds 15 to 25. Some gusts could get up to 40 during the overnight hours Saturday night.
And Gregory's going to play golf. That's sure.
No, I'll tell you what I've got to do Sunday morning that I do every year. I did that yesterday. I did that yesterday.
Why are you supposed to do that?
No way. No, those days are gone. That's when you knew her when before we were married, okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, we won't get into that story because I'll get in the doghouse, okay?
Right, that's right.
But anyway, I have the pleasure of participating with the Elmwood Classic in Harahan every year. I do the DJ work, the music and everything for them. And that classic, the race is on Sunday, and I dread going out at Elmwood Park on a Sunday morning before sunrise, and it's 35 degrees putting up sound equipment. That is no fun, gentlemen, I'll tell you. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway.
Tell them what William brought for us today, man.
Yeah. Is that what you're here for?
Well,
he's got a cassette.
This is Gibbens cassette recorder.
Oh, it's Gibbens cassette recorder.
Right. And what happened was, until my recorder broke at the mill, I would record all the dialogue shows in the morning.
That's true.
At least save them for a little while.
Yeah.
And, of course, unfortunately, as Gibbons pointed out, Miss Nora Shaw passed away not too long ago at the age of 102 and a half.
What a great lady.
And we were blessed here at the station back in December 12, 2007. She did her last broadcast interview when Miss June Shaw came up here with Gibbons. And
she was downstairs.
She was downstairs. They put her on the telephone.
Okay.
And for 6 minutes, she talked to Gene about her life and times, and that's what this cassette recording we have is all about.
And you're listening to Dialogue on KTIB. I'm Greg Dumas at 711, and let's give a listen. Let's reminisce about Miss Nora Shaw here.
Okay, we got the port set up. And
I'm gonna try.
Here we go.
I was talking, Miss Shaw. Tell the listeners do you still dance?
I still do, and I love it.
Where do you go dancing?
I've been taking lessons.
You taking dance lessons?
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
Where?
at the Civic Center. Line dancing was being taught.
And you go what? Once or twice a week?
Once
Once a week.
That's plenty enough for me.
All right, let me ask you this. They tell me you still play bingo?
I still go to the to the Senior Citizen Center twice a week. Play bingo there.
And what else do you do at 101 and a half?
Don't let me tell you that.
What if she watches the
You don't
same?
want to know. You're not going to get there anyhow.
Oh, yes, I'm going to try. You will be my example.
I'll be gone. I won't be there to give you instructions.
All right, let me ask you this. What's the secret? You're 101 and a half. What's your secret?
Good genes,
Okay,
exercise,
okay,
no smoking,
okay.
and a little drink now and then.
I knew that was coming, yeah. Absolutely.
Miss Shaw, do you feel 101? Of course, I don't know how you feel at 101 and a half, but number one, you don't look 101 and a half, and you probably don't feel it either, huh?
Thank you. What? I don't know what I'm supposed to feel, how I'm supposed to feel. Never got that before.
Are you still active at home? You know, I mean, I'm sure you still do things around your house.
Not much besides eating and sleeping.
Well, it looks like it becomes you.
I can't read anymore.
Oh, that's not. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You breathe pretty good.
Yeah, she can listen to television. She can't watch it too much. But you enjoy the Saints or anything, Miss Nora?
Do I do what?
Do you watch football? I mean, listen to football.
When the Saints are playing.
Yeah.
You watch the Saints? Miss Nora, I got Gibbons up here. You and Mr. Gibbons used to work together?
Yes.
So he's as old as you?
Well,
I don't think.
Let him tell you that.
I'm not too far behind.
Where did y'all work?
What?
Where did you work with Gibbons?
Here in town.
At the welfare department.
Welfare department.
Yeah. Is that where you spent your career, Miss Shaw?
I taught 11 and a half years, and then I worked for the welfare department 18 and a half years.
11 years teaching and 18 years at the welfare department.
Where did you teach?
What was known as Brulegion.
Oh, okay.
LT.
That's where the monster is, yeah.
And also LT.
LT school?
Yes.
God.
And what made you get out of teaching to go into welfare service?
Well, there's a story behind that, and I don't believe we want to hear it.
All right. That's fine with me.
But maybe Gibbons remembers when I was working for the welfare department that the car I used went in the bayou.
Yeah. I remember that.
You got in a wreck?
No, we had
What?
parked state cars on the bayou.
Oh, okay.
And I forgot to put the brakes on.
The car went in the bayou.
And I was coming from my car. I was passing by the police station. There was a policeman on the porch. He was looking towards the highway, and he said, "Look at that car going in the bayou." I turned around and I said, "Oh, it's mine." And I had to go to the office and tell my boss.
Did he fuss you?
Who was Joe Harris. No.
Did he fuss you?
No, he joked about it.
Jimmy, we used to make $250 a month at the welfare department.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm. Got 7 cents a mile going on out in the road on one of those cars.
7
But
cents.
ours went in the bayou.
Yeah.
So we gave our boat.
That's a joke.
Miss Gibbons, listen to me. Miss Shaw, you enjoyed your time at the welfare department?
Well, I didn't know too much else.
Okay. And what was your job there?
My title was welfare visitor. I went into the homes in those days.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And down the bayou, I used to go to Golden Meadow quite a bit.
All the way to Golden Meadow.
Because I spoke French.
Oh, okay.
And we had to go across the bayou in a skiff. Anyway, I wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Oh, you too, Miss Shaw. Listen, thank you so much for coming today. We really, really appreciate it.
Well,
okay.
Thank you all.
And don't go anywhere. I want to talk to you when I get off the air, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Shaw.
And William Taylor, thank you so much for bringing it. Boy, that was a great interview, Miss Nora Shaw.
That's right.
I was very fortunate to be by the radio at work to record it that morning. So
I'm glad to know that there's somebody else in this city that has a has a record button. Every time he hears something, he presses the record button. I do the same thing.
Story about his Saints.
Because you catch a lot of stuff, and people will call you. I did an interview with a guy that was a musician at Margaritaville. He was 89 years old. He just passed away, Mr. Manny. And his daughter called me the other day, and she's up in Illinois somewhere, and said, "Do you happen to have a recording of that?" And so
Wow.
we were able to do that for her. But if you can record something like that, that's super. Good morning. You're on KTIB.
Good morning. I was wondering if Mr. Taylor could pinpoint weather for the LSU baseball game tomorrow.
William.
all right, let me adjust my wig in that direction here. Okay. Well, it looks like if it's going to be an afternoon start.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
He's rubbing that crystal ball right now.
That's right. And it looks like starting tomorrow afternoon, there should be most of the rain should be out by noon.
Right.
But the winds are going to be pretty gusty out of the northwest at 15 to 25.
Okay.
And temperatures will probably be probably in the 60s for most of the day.
Okay.
As well. Also, so I don't know what the orientation of the baseball park, the new baseball park is. So depending on where the outfield is, you're either going to have a lot of home runs or hardly any home runs.
Oh, it might be an exciting game, is what you're saying.
Oh, it should be close. That weather, especially wind, can always be a huge factor in
Right.
ball games.
I hadn't thought about that. Well, thank you, Mr. Weatherman.
All right,
Y'all have a good day. I enjoyed the Miss June Shaw thing as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you listening. Have a good day. And Gibbons, you just did something. We were talking baseball, but you did a little action of a slam dunk, like basketball.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture this morning on Fox at the Hornets game last night? A guy at halftime, they usually have performers come out and do tricks and everything.
Yeah.
Well, this guy was doing a trick. He went airborne, and he did a layup. And, I mean, it was a long layup. Went airborne, and when he hit the ball went through the basket, and then his chin hit the iron ring of the basket. Oh, talk about painful.
It knocked him out?
No, he did okay, but man, that was.
That's look how high he went for that.
Yeah, that's how high he went for that layup. It was unreal.
Like Gene jumping off a truck.
Yeah. The modern day Evel Knievel.
You're listening to Dialogue. It's 7:20 in the morning. I'm Greg Dumas sitting in for Gene Richard, and we hope that Gene's back next week. I appreciate him letting me be on the seat this morning. And we're going to be back with William and with Gibbens Robichaux right after this.
I have Bobby Barbera from Barbera's in Napoleonville on the phone. Bobby, what's going on in Napoleonville?
Linda, we need trade-ins. We are selling everything we get, and we're running out. This means more money for your trade-ins here at Barbera's.
Bobby, how is business at Barbera's?
Linda, 08 was better than 07. January sales were up 60%. Service was up 10% over 08 in January. And February is better than it's ever been. It's a buyer's market with the media telling everyone how bad the auto industry is and how bad the nation is. Sometimes this keeps people thinking it will get better. They wait to do business. Here at Barbera, it is better now. Linda, we talk and say all roads lead to Barbera's. Well, it's 20 minutes to Homer from Thibodeau and just 20 minutes to Napoleonville from Thibodeau. That's for less traffic, less hassle. Linda, we don't want to be the biggest. We just want to be the best. And all roads lead to Barbera's for a reason. So come and see why. Things are better at Barbera's.
Why shop anywhere else? All roads lead to Barbera's in Napoleonville, the oldest family-owned Chevrolet dealership in Louisiana.
After 39 years in business, A&G Refrigeration has clearly demonstrated an outstanding record of service expertise and customer satisfaction. As a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, we have the training to be true experts in the cooling and heating business. Come by and see us at 902 Jackson Street in Thibodaux, or call us at 446-6256. A&G Refrigeration can truly satisfy all your comfort requirements. Turn to the experts.
This is President Barack Obama. In the story of America, the greatest chapters are moments of challenge, when we see people serving their country and one another. Volunteers who step forward into hospital corridors and church basements, along levees and fire lines. And the next chapter is yours to help write. Sign up to volunteer at usaservice.org. That's usaservice.org. Let's renew America together.
A message from Renew America Together, brought to you by the Ad Council.
Yeah, baby. Yo, right here on my radio station.
Those Ad Council ads are right up there with Ronco and KTEL, so I mean...
It's 7:22 in the morning. I'm Greg Dumas. Good morning to you. My guest today, William Taylor and Gibbens Robichaux. Our program is being brought to you by A&G Refrigeration, Thibodaux Regional Medical Center, Cycle World, Entergy Louisiana, and Barbera Chevrolet in Napoleonville. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. You're on KTIB.
Good morning, Greg Dumas. You have two of Thibodaux's finest citizens on today. This is John Robichaux.
Hey, John. How you doing, man?
I'm doing just fine. I want to tell Billy Taylor especially how I like bad weed. Maybe exactly too much. But I like bad weed.
Well, I knew a hippie that did, too. No, I'm just kidding you.
died in the 21st century.
Oh, goodness.
And I joked, I think 2 Novembers ago she died at 112, and she was, of course, Texas, the oldest citizen in Texas. And every year Houston stations would go visit her. And she could remember that the same reporter didn't come back, and she would tell them, send the one you sent last year back. I like her.
Isn't that something?
I know, it's remarkable. But anyway, as I often say, if people walk up to the grave, they won't believe it.
No.
A special hello to Billy. Billy, I'm sure you remember an old man.
Oh, yes.
From Thibodeau High. And for the audience, I want to tell you, Billy Taylor was on my quiz bowl team at Thibodeau High. One of the sharpest fellows I ever had on. He is remarkable. He could read Mel Levitt's brain. Or was it, who was it, the other guy?
Dan Milham.
It was Milham by then, yeah, Dan Milham. He could read Dan Milham's mind. So whatever the National Weather Service is going to predict later today, I'm going to guarantee the audience Billy Taylor thought of it already.
Now, what was he on it when you were with him? What board?
Well, it used to be in New Orleans, Pan American Life Insurance on Channel 12.
You got a video of that, too?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I know Billy has a video of everything.
No, that's not Gene Richard's phone ringing in the background. It's Bill's.
You know, but I just wanted to tell y'all, hi, I'm off today, Billy. I'm still teaching.
Well, good.
No one can believe me that I can still do this.
Oh, yeah.
John, we appreciate people like you because you're developing a legacy for everybody, the kids under you, and you've helped thousands of them out. And we appreciate you too, man.
Well, I thank you so much. It's been a wonderful life, and I hope I still have some more to give.
It's that last name that's important.
I know, Robichaux. Yeah, right. You got it. Okay, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all have other callers.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
We appreciate you listening.
Yeah, thank
you. So it's good to have everybody calling in this morning, too.
But before William leaves, they want to tell him about his book.
Oh, yeah. What about, go ahead, Gibbons.
Yeah, before I have to get back with Daddy, the name of the book is Colors, Pro Football Uniform History, organized by Jim Finks Jr., the son of the late Saints general manager.
Right.
And I wrote the entire New Orleans Saints chapter of the book. Thanks to Gibbons, who was one of the first folks to get a hard copy of the book from bookhouseforfilment.com. He was talking down the street to the nice folks, Woody Falgu and them.
Carry books.
And hopefully in the near future they'll be able to get some copies to carry it. And really nice, detailed. But it's not just a boring timeline. There's a lot of funny stories that happen with each NFL team's uniform chronology. And so I got the chance to talk about the Saints going from the early days. And long story short is the reason why they're black and gold is because the original owner, John Meekum Jr., was in the oil industry. Since oil's called black gold, that's why the colors were black and gold.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Well, let me ask you a question because I was in the service when the third, I think, correct me wrong, third or fourth Super Bowl came to New Orleans at Tulane Stadium. Was it 3?
4. January 70.
All right, and I got to come to that game, and that was I called my dad from Germany. I said, "Can you get me a ticket to see a Super Bowl?" I didn't even know what a Super Bowl was, but everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
And that was between
Minnesota and Kansas City.
Yeah.
And there's actually TV feed of that game.
Really?
Somebody found it for me. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Instead of saving it on a videotape, they did the old-fashioned kinescope where they filmed the screen of the TV.
Right.
And the entire game technically does exist. 23-7, Kansas City over Minnesota in that contest. In fact, the guy who orchestrated the book, Jim Finks Jr., his dad was the GM of the Vikings in that game.
Oh, really?
And Jim Jr. was on the sidelines for the whole contest.
Now, what happened at halftime? Do you remember that? I can go get him on this one because I was there.
You were there.
Okay,
they had 2 caricatures, a Viking and
see, I forgot about that. And an oversized chief.
Yeah, they had air balloons. They had the hot air balloons in the stadium, and they were having a war on the field. And one of the hot air balloons deflated over the crowd.
Yeah,
ran into the crowd. And the whole
they have it on film. I've seen it.
And today you would have thought that was a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Okay, back then it was nothing. But I mean, that hot air balloon just came and fell on top of the crowd.
Right. but it's been fun. It was fun. That book is 4.5 years in the making.
I'll bet it was.
And so it's out there for folks.
Where can people get it now?
Okay.
Cherry doesn't have it yet.
Cherry doesn't have it yet, to my knowledge. But they will be getting it soon.
Go put your order in now.
Yeah, and
do that. Yeah, keep it local. Go tell Woody's people. That you want the book. The name of the book is
Colors: Pro Football Uniform History.
Man, I bet you that's a good book.
And it's full of a lot of great photographs.
Okay.
Dug out all the way going back to the 1920s when you look at the Chicago Bears, Chicago Cardinals, Green Bay Packers, early Giants. Really tremendous how they've just all evolved over the years.
I know, it's amazing.
I mean, now you got the little electronics in some of the helmets so they can hear the play call.
Yeah.
And now you can just put a little fix-a-flat thing on these helmets to refill them up to make sure the padding stays tight.
That is amazing.
It really is.
Good.
And just, I mean, like I said, yeah, folks, it's just a very enjoyable coffee table style book. It's about the only way I really know how to describe it. But it's neat. And it's a real pleasure being part of that project.
Did they put your picture in it, Bill?
Nope, afraid not.
Well.
Well, you know why, though? They were worried people were going to confuse me with Sherman from the Mr. Peabody cartoon. So they,
I wasn't going to say it, but anyway.
Okay. Well, the people at WGNO know me for that, so that's
You'll
why.
be heading back there pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, maybe. In fact, they mentioned me this morning because of an article I sent them from the AP. Are you all familiar with Industry, California? 15 miles east of L.A., they got permission from their local council to zone off a piece of property for a potential new stadium.
Oh.
So they're going to try to see if they can lure an NFL team out there in the next few years.
It's not having an NFL team.
Yeah, but you have to remember something, too. After the Rams left, and then the Raiders left in the mid-'90s, a lot of fans just got so TO'd that they just didn't want another team. And I really don't think the fans in L.A. really are that interested in getting one back. I mean, you know, because you got San Diego down the road and the 49ers and the Raiders up the coast. So it's a long shot.
I don't think so.
Welcome to the Gibbons and Williams show, okay? No.
Good night, Chad. Good night, David.
I got to go get me some coffee. I got to take a break.
No, we're going to take a break. He wants some coffee.
Okay.
And I was getting ready to talk to him about something, but I guess if you want to go get some coffee.
All right.
You know, we're talking about William and all the archives that he's got and that he saves and punches the record button on everything. I want to remind our audience it's 7:30 right now, and I know that a lot of you are going to work. If you have time tomorrow, I'm going to ask you to listen in to Johnny Jam's Soul in Your Bowl right here on KTIB, because Johnny and I'm going to be hosting it with him tomorrow. He's given me that privilege again to be on the microphone on a Saturday morning. We're going to be talking about John Fred. Now, you know John Fred of the Playboys. He's a man that knocked out the Beatles for #1 position in the Billboard charts.
That's right.
And phenomenal guy. He passed away a few years ago, a couple of years ago, I believe it was. Johnny's got all the details on it. But I was fortunate enough to be at the Civic Center when John Fred performed probably his last live performance, and I have that on tape. So we have 4 or 5 cuts of him, including Judy in Disguise, right at the Thibodeau Civic at the Warren J. Harang Municipal Auditorium now. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow morning on Dialogue right here at 11 o'clock.
That's right. That sounds great.
You were there that night.
Yeah, I was there. I talked to John Fred at the half. I'm trying to remember the song. I wanted him to close that festivity with a certain song, and I can't remember it right now. But I'll come back to it. But,
was it something he did, or
I met him? No, it was a song that you close the show with, and I can't remember that. You know, I'm only.
Thanks for the memories.
I'm only 37. I was born in the last century too, like you.
Yeah, I know. Don't remind me
not
that.
2 centuries ago, like that. Like John Robichaux said, a lady lived to be 112. Well.
Oh, my goodness.
I bet you Greg Dumas is going to be sitting right here.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I live too hard, man. I live a good life, but I have had a good life. But I tell my wife every day, you know, if I'm gone tomorrow, the people of this area have really treated me right, and it's been a good life, you know, so I ain't worried about it.
Cherish each day, right?
That's right. And I cherish my guests this morning, William Taylor and Gibbens Robichaux. We're going to let Gibbens take a break because he wants a cup of coffee at 7:32 in the morning. You're listening to Dialogue on KTIB. I'm Greg Dumas, sitting in for Gene Richard, who we hope will have back next week sometime. Until then, you got me, and we'll be back in a minute.
Did you know that colon cancer is largely preventable and that when it's caught early, it has a 90% survival rate? The American Cancer Society wants you to know that if you're age 50 or over, you should get screened for colon cancer. It could save your life. This educational message has been brought to you in part by Relay for Life of Lafourche Parish, Thibodeau. Your involvement can change a life. Call the American Cancer Society at 1-800-ACS-2345 or visit www.cancer.org.
Down in Thibodaux, where creativity abounds, there is a cool bookstore where great titles are found. It's called Cherry Books, and it's right on Canal, where the parades run and the Queen takes a bow. At Cherry Books, Mardi Gras gift books are here. There are also Arthur Hardy guides, toys, and lots of cheer. And you students, we have your required reading, too, so come see us at 1054 Canal or call us at 446-0182. Happy Mardi Gras from Cherry Books.
Value means different things to different people. So this Saturday, Ace is having a 20% off bag sale with 20% off almost anything you can fit in an Ace shopping bag. It's a sale where what's on sale is pretty much up to you. See how much you can save at the 20% off bag sale this Saturday at Ace, the helpful place. Participating stores only. Limit one bag per customer. Discount off regular price of in-store merchandise. Additional conditions and some exclusions apply. See store for details.
And now, back to Dialogue on 640 AM KTIB. Here's your host, Gene Richard.
Not. It's Greg Dumas sitting in for Gene this morning. It's great to have everybody with us this morning on 640 AM KTIB. Our number into the studio lines is 447-6409. That's 447-6409. I'm always on Gene for not giving the phone number out, and I haven't given the phone number out this morning. What can I say, huh? It's bad. Well, let's see, get y'all's microphones on. Gibbons, you've been holding a Valentine's Day card up for quite a while.
You got to open that.
What?
You can't believe this is from my sweetheart.
It is?
I've been knowing her for 65 years.
Do I have to turn the microphone up?
Turn the microphone
Okay, let me turn this music off here.
One of the great songs of the 50s.
Okay, it says for me, there's only one smile, one voice, one touch, one joy, one love. This is a Valentine card to Gibbons, okay? You open.
It doesn't go too long.
You know how much this card cost your wife? $5.99? $4.99. But those are neat cards.
Well, one hug from me is worth $4.99.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Oh, wow.
I can't believe Gibbons would prostitute himself like that on the air.
Now, who did that song, Gibbons?
Huh?
Who did that song? I got it.
You know that. I know you know
The Platters.
The Platters. I saw the Platters in
Branson, Missouri.
Oh,
what a show, huh?
Oh, they were incredible.
You know, people, when you say Branson, okay, guys out there, y'all all listening, when you say Branson, everybody goes, ew, don't want to go to Branson. That's for old people. Well, guess what? Those old people are dead, so they're catering to the middle-aged people again. Okay, but the Branson performers are something else. And
I saw Neil Sedaka there. He was out. I saw Andy Williams. Andy Williams is 75, I think.
Is he?
And he's still performing. He stood up there for an hour and sang all of his songs. Amazing.
Now, my show in Branson, Missouri that I thoroughly will not miss is Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Yeah.
They're at the Dick Clark Theater, and Bill Medley of the Righteous Brothers does the intro, and then wait, Paul comes on for us, and it's Paul Revere and the Raiders, the whole thing, and kicks and everything else, and they do a great job. So Branson is not just for old people anymore.
No, not anymore. No.
They got a lot for kids too. I brought my daughter. I won't tell you her age. She's in her 20s, but she enjoyed some of the stuff. They have a Titanic exhibit up there that was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
By the way, do you know by chance back in '68 who was the first major celebrity to open a theater in Branson?
Mickey Gilley, no.
Come on.
Wait. Andy? No, it wasn't Andy.
You probably
Williams.
got a tape of it.
No, but Roy Clark.
Roy Clark sure was. Yeah.
He's still going strong, Roy Clark.
Right.
I love it.
You see, Johnny and I, we still want to make Thibodaux that. The heck with Branson. We want to make this the music capital of the South right now. Okay. So let's
we got some great musicians. We should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Greg Dumas is going to sing.
Yeah. Right.
I'll write to everybody. And I wrote to the Saints and told them that when the Super Bowl comes to New Orleans, Greg Dumas is going to do the Star Spangled Banner, and I've been working on him on that. With that voice,
I will tell you my claim to fame with the Super Bowl. Many years ago, and I guess Bart Darby over here can tell me the year when I start talking about it. They had the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, and they had the Up with People here. The whole performance. They brought in all four troops that travel all over the world, and they called on me to do the production music
before, not in the dome, but as they practiced in a big warehouse in St. Charles Parish. They had to go over and over and over the production, and I was able to work that. It was really
and
great.
William Taylor recorded it, I bet.
I know.
If he'd have been there, he would have.
You never know. You
Yeah.
never know. So what else is going on? Gibbons has got a whole lot of stuff right here that we wanted to talk about this morning. You're listening to Dialogue on KTIB.
The big thing today is gumbo.
Gumbo.
The St. Joseph Gumbo, first Friday of Lent. The St. Joseph Gumbo starts today, man.
All right. Now, where's that?
At St. Joseph Life Center behind the cathedral.
Oh, they make good gumbo.
Oh, it's fabulous. This is our 20th year. We have served 65,000 bowls of gumbo and given almost 200,000 to the food bank.
Wow. It all goes to the food
volunteers, all volunteers.
And those guys have fun over there cooking. You go in the back of the center.
You can smell it from Canal Street.
Oh, does it smell good?
You got to come by that, Greg.
I know. I'm stuck in Raceland now, so you know.
It's 6 weeks. I'll save you a bowl.
You know, Jimmy Buffett did a song, "I Will Play for Gumbo" now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that yet.
I don't have that song with me today.
I heard about that.
I might bring that in Monday if I have to sit here and talk about the gumbo, because and then we got Little Feet did Rad Gumbo. But anyway, I'm reminiscing here.
Well, St. John starts Monday.
Okay, so St. John Episcopal.
Chicken sausage, 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and all this money goes to benefit
people that are hungry. And the food bank.
I want to give a shout out too. While we're talking about benefits and everything, there's a little group of people, and I'm sure you know them in Raceland, that have a thrift store, and it's on the old Highway 90. And I go there at least once every 2 weeks because of my job. I have to bring some people there, but these little ladies volunteer their time, and this is a big store. I mean, if you're looking for like Goodwill type stuff,
when you always that Goodwill store is tremendous.
This is a phenomenal little store, and these ladies donate every penny that they make to the food bank.
I know,
they're just, and they come in and they work their butts off. I'm going to tell you, they are just. I wish I could. Good Samaritan store. It's on the old. It's on what is it? 182, the old Highway 90.
Yeah.
You turn.
Going towards Houma.
You turn by the light, and then you go towards Houma about a mile on the right hand side.
I'd like to go do your story on that. That's amazing.
It is. It is a great little facility.
People don't realize how many people in the world are hungry. We got 6 billion people, and I bet you half of them are hungry. And it's time to do. And we're doing it here, around here, you know.
Absolutely. And with the gumbo being sold?
Oh, man. Of course, I don't eat gumbo, you know. I don't know.
now, that's today at St. Joseph.
11 o'clock. Starts at 11 o'clock.
At the Life Center?
Yep.
Okay. Is that every Friday now?
Every Friday, except Good Friday.
Okay.
So 6 Fridays, 5 Fridays, and then...
You can eat it there or take it out?
Yeah. More takeouts. They do about 500 a day, and 350 of them are takeouts.
Really?
The schools come and take out 15 or 20 for all the teachers and stuff like that.
Wonderful.
It's really, we're going to try to do a story on it, a picture story. I tried to do a national story on it, but they didn't pick up on it. But to see the camaraderie and the help that people bring, those men have cut everything. They chopped everything already.
Yeah.
It's already done already. And David Bro is in charge of the roux. You know how to spell roux? It ends in an X. Anything that ends in an X is great, except tax.
I know you want to know how to spell. No, you know, I can tell you how I know how to spell roux, okay? Because La Roux, okay?
Yeah.
The band.
and our school board man was named Mr. Roux, wasn't it? School pro president.
You got me.
I'm not sure. No.
So I understand that the Chamber magazine comes out this week.
Yeah. No,
Tidbits or.
Yeah, Tidbits is in there.
Oh, Tidbits is in there? Okay. But you got some more tidbits for us this morning.
I got all kind of stuff written down there. What?
There's the Chamber magazine. Let's see, is that my phone? I guess it is. Hold on just a minute, Gibbons, while we go to the line here. Good morning, you're on KTIB.
Good morning, Greg, Gibbs, and Billy. How y'all doing this morning?
Okay, what you say?
All righty. I'm super, man. How about you?
I'm doing fine. I had to call in when Gibbons mentioned Roux, because that was my grandfather, Mr. V.J. Roux, R-O-U-X.
R-O-U-X, that's right.
Roux was the assistant superintendent of schools.
I remember him. That's right.
In the
I remember.
early 60s with Mr. Moncaw.
Right.
I know you remember that, Gibbons.
Moncaw and Roux, yeah.
My mother was a Roux, and her 2 sisters, Joyce and Gladys. Greg, just for your information. And see, that goes way back before Billy's time, too, so Billy doesn't remember that.
Yeah, but imagine a Roux making a Roux.
Yeah, how you like that? Look, I don't say this too much, but one time in session last spring, we had lunch at a place called the Roux House on 3rd Street in Baton Rouge, R-O-U-X.
Oh, really?
To go in and find out where they got the name from is from a family in Fort Vincent, which my grandfather's related to those folks. And they had some glasses with the name on it, so I was had to get a glass.
Oh, that's
you don't
great.
see the name a whole lot, but I appreciate you mentioning that, Gibbons. Just want to give you guys a heads up and have a nice day.
Hey, D, what's a rougarou?
A rougarou is something else. A whole new.
I don't have an
That's a
accident.
whole other story, Greg.
Hey, listen, man, you gonna get us stimulated up there when we get all this money?
We all could be stimulated for so what I assume.
Yeah, you're right about it.
Okay, man, well, listen.
We'll know in 2 weeks. Thank you, Greg.
All right,
Okay.
buddy. See you later. Bye-bye. Representative D. Richard calling in this morning.
Yeah,
That
he's
was good.
fabulous, yeah.
He's not letting them back him down.
No,
he's
that's right.
I'm kind of proud of him because he's up there with some.
A good representative.
He's up there, and you know he's going up against a big fight sometimes.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
right. That's right. Uh-huh.
But he's doing a good job.
That's right.
So what else? What else, Gibbons?
Well, I want to mention Dale Rogers. You remember Dale Rogers?
And Roy,
he was
Dale Rogers.
He was a kid.
Dale Evans.
Good job,
Roy Rogers. Dale. You got me all screwed up. Okay.
How old are
Trails
you?
to you. Okay.
How old are you, Greg? Don't you remember Dale Rogers?
Yeah.
Roy Rogers?
Dale Evans. Okay.
Ken Menard. I remember Ken Menard and all those guys over there.
There's my dyslexia kicking in. Okay.
I got an X in it, you see?
Go ahead, man.
No, Dale Rogers wrote a book called Charisma in Old Louisiana, and it's an amazing book. And he's got a Thibodeauville in here, and he's got a picture. He got a picture of the old courthouse.
Wow.
The courthouse.
Look at that.
The whole courthouse was built, and the pillars were facing the bayou.
Now put that microphone on you a little bit better, okay? Okay, let me explain because people don't have pictures right now.
No.
If you look at the old court, if you think about the courthouse right now across the street from KTIB,
Right.
if you look at the front of the building and take the two sides off of it, that's what this picture looks
That's
like,
right.
okay?
Go
ahead.
The pillars are around the other
pillars
side,
are on
facing the bayous.
As you're looking at the front of the, as you're looking at the front of the courthouse, the pillars are facing by Lafourche there.
This is where all our energy came from.
Yes, sir.
I got up. That's where the Park Pavilion was. Look, the Park Pavilion. It used to be open. It was made and it used to be open. I can't show
Now,
pictures
is
on
that
the radio.
Bayou Side Park?
Yeah.
That's the Bayou Side Park where we used to go over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember
At
the
night?
Park-In restaurant, the No Block Park-In restaurant?
That's
made
not
the
what-
best hamburger for $15.
15 cents.
15 cents. That's what I mean.
I remember the Burgermaster now. That was
Yeah.
an awesome place over there.
It's amazing what you can get within now. Going back to Nora Shaw for a minute.
Yes, sir.
You realize she lived 37,252 days.
My goodness.
She ate over 110,000 meals.
How you know that? You were there?
Tidbits knows all that.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't there, no. But isn't that amazing?
That is.
We take that for granted, just like you. What are you, 30?
Yeah.
30 times 365 is?
That's 9,000, huh?
Almost 10,000.
Almost 10,000 meals. I look like I've had 10,000 meals in the last 2 weeks with all Mardi Gras.
How many little drinks did you have?
Ooh.
One a day?
Nah, yeah, well.
No, one a week.
Yeah, right. And talking about meals, did you get to get a Percy burger while you were down here?
Yeah.
For Mardi Gras down by the Goose?
Wait, no, I didn't get down there.
Boy,
No,
that
I didn't
was-
get down there, but
That was something else, man.
it was amazing. Thibodeau, you talked about the whole city, but the police department too. Imagine that, what they had to put up with. It's amazing.
You know. Let me salute the Thibodeau Police Department, Homeland Police Department, and Sheriff's Office, and everybody that did a great job during Mardi Gras. Once again, I mentioned Mardi Gras earlier on the program this morning. It's 7:47 right now. If you're getting ready to go to work, they just did a phenomenal job, and they had. Let me tell you, with the two parades, especially on Sunday, that I've never seen crowds out in the city of Thibodeau like we had, and of course crowds down the bayou too, and Golden Meadow and Galliano.
That's right.
It was a beautiful weekend. So
And no real bad incidences. New Orleans had 1 million people there, and they had that shootout, and they publicized that all over the world.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a shame, because when you stop and think of 1 million people, and they have one incident like that, and that's what they make.
That's what they make over it. I was in New Orleans, and I'll have to tell you, the first time I'd been off on a Mardi Gras day in 25 years. So my wife and I decided we'd go to New Orleans for Mardi Gras
Where'd you
Day.
park?
Okay. Simple.
No kidding.
We got into the quarter at 7 a.m. in the morning. They were still cleaning the streets on Mardi Gras morning. Anywhere you wanted to park, you could park. the quarter did not start getting crowded until about 11:30.
They stay up so late. They're still sleeping.
Well, we figured it was Lundi Gras. That's the big day right now.
Oh yeah, Lundi.
Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
So everybody's participating in Lundi Gras, and I guess Mardi Gras morning was a slow morning. We got to see, I mean, right up front row for Zulu on Canal Street. It was unbelievable. Yeah, and it was
You had no trouble getting out?
Nope. Absolutely not. We left about 3 o'clock. Of course, that's when the quarter starts getting busy.
Right,
okay,
that's right.
But we got to see the sights of the French Quarter, which we haven't been able to see, and it's not a family-oriented place to go. Okay, but but it is very interesting to go down there if you're a tourist or if you're from this area and you've never done it. Make an early morning run. And
you'll do that next year.
You'll get to see it. It's very interesting.
They didn't have the flashing they used to have. Remember the flashing? Unless you
if you go to the 800 block of Bourbon, you see enough of it.
So you kept abreast of what was going on.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's amazing to think that a city can put on a show like that, though. And then at midnight, the policemen come and they clean that place up. That new cleanup place down there is amazing.
I have to tell you, Sidney Torres, who owns the garbage company,
he's fabulous.
He has an SUV sitting on Canal Street that he lives in during Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah,
right in front of Harrah's. It's a big black SUV, and he lives there, and he's out on the streets at 6 o'clock in the morning cleaning the streets with the rest of his people. Okay, and
I wonder how many people he's got and how many trucks he's got.
Millions of dollars worth of equipment, and every one of those vehicles. They're polished.
I know.
They are spit shined every day when they pull out of the yard.
It's amazing what that boy did. I wonder where he's from.
He's from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torres. We have plenty of Torres.
Yeah, he's from New Orleans, and he's done a heck of a job. Too bad that the city's fighting him on some things now. But you know,
straighten that out, though. I think the French Quarter thing.
Yeah.
And people are calling in to get him to do their stuff. You know.
Yeah. And we have a good garbage disposal place here, sweetie. I mean, when you talk about garbage, you got a lot.
We take that for granted.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
When I run in the morning at 4 o'clock, you got to see the garbage trucks that are on the street at 4 o'clock in the morning in our city. They're working their buns off, you know.
Oh, this last week must have been. I don't know where they put all that stuff.
Well, I'll give you all over.
My grandson was in from Texas. He's 3 years old, and he caught 800 beads.
800.
800.
Not
beads.
802.
And we packed them up in 12 so they could bring them back to Texas and give them away to people.
Oh, good.
But imagine one little boy getting 800 beads.
You couldn't tell that the economy was down by this Mardi Gras.
No.
New Orleans either, absolutely.
My granddaughter had a mountain of beads in front of her house that we took a picture, a 3-foot-high mountain, okay?
You know,
it's 9 minutes before 8 o'clock. You're listening to Dialogue on KTIB, brought to you by A&G Refrigeration, Thibodeau Regional Medical Center, Cycle World, Entergy of Louisiana, and, of course, Bobby Barbera Chevrolet up in Napoleonville. We appreciate all those sponsors, and please do drop by and tell each one of them that you appreciate supporting a local radio station that's bringing you Dialogue every day. We miss Gene. Hopefully he'll be back next week.
I wonder if he's listening to us.
I doubt it. He's probably still sleeping.
Well, William Taylor's recording it, so if you want to buy a recording,
we'll sell it to him.
$750.
I'll say higher, Bob. Okay. But, I tell you what, it's just been, well, first of all, I'm glad the weather's continuing to be nice and warm. And I tell you, it's, hard to believe this show's already in its 40th year.
Is it?
And
Miss Maury did a heck of a job getting it started too.
Yeah, and of course our good friend David Saltzman took over for her shortly after that. And
right.
I tell you what, it's just phenomenal. Just listening to all of you with radio and everything else. And Mr. John Robichaux, who called earlier, because he was my Quiz Bowl teacher. I was actually an alternate for the 85-86 school year. That was the year after Mel Levitt was no longer on the program. And then I was fortunate to be named captain that 86-87 year. And
now, was this on PBS back then?
On WYES.
Okay.
What happened was, Greg, the original Prep Quiz Bowl was on WDSU that Mel actually created.
Right.
And it was on for almost the entire decade of the 60s into the early 70s.
Right.
And then when Mel was let go from Channel 6 in their famous Cosmos Broadcasting purge of 72, 73, that's when he got a deal to move it over to Channel 12.
Okay.
Where it was underwritten, like I said, by Pan American Life, Freeport McMoran, and places like that. But and unfortunately, it ended in the spring of '91 when, sadly, their underwriter at the time decided not to renew, and that's why, sadly, it's been off the air ever since. But yeah, they've only had 3 full-time hosts. It was Mel Levitt, Dan Milham did it for the last 4 years. But for 1 year, a gentleman who used to do radio at the old WGSO in New Orleans, Al Smith.
Yeah.
Briefly did it, who's now in Los Angeles.
Oh, doggone.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, a lot of people forget about Mr. Smith. But, yeah, in fact, he stayed on 4 weeks into the 86-87 season. Yeah. That's when he quit to take the L.A. job, and Dan came in for him.
Yeah, that's great.
So,
and I tell you, we actually, it's so much fun to be here with y'all. William Taylor and Greg Dumas. Dumas is a great name too. You know, that's a hysterical name. Huh?
Yeah,
Dumas. I looked it up. That's right.
The gentleman who wrote the Three Musketeers, I think, was Alexander.
Yeah, that's right. Alexander. That's not your grandfather.
No, absolutely not. No, it wasn't. I'll leave it at that. Okay.
But before we go, we want to remind people about the gumbos now. Don't forget about the gumbos. And
when is the one at St. John?
That's Monday.
On Mondays?
That's chicken sausage, yeah.
Okay.
We can't have chicken sausage at St. Joe's on a Friday.
Why not? No, just kidding.
All of that. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go to St. Joseph today and go to St. John's on Monday.
That's right. If you're around, if you're around.
Yep. Anything else, Gibbons, you got this morning?
Yeah, I went to the Lafourche home last Tuesday to pay for that carnival ball.
Now, is that at North Thibodeau?
Yeah.
Or
no,
on Tiger.
Tiger.
Oh, on Tiger. Okay.
For 33 years, I played the carnival ball there.
Oh, did you?
Ann Howell was the announcer, but unfortunately, she's in a recovery center in Houma.
Right.
So she missed after 33 years.
Huh.
And I asked Greg Dumas to come sing for us, and he didn't show up.
Come on, don't put that on me, man.
I called Obama, and he hung up on me.
Now, you shouldn't poke fun about his singing. You know, several years ago, I actually was singing, and I actually got a citation from the police, actually from the SPCA, because they thought a cow died in the driveway.
No bull. Oh, yeah, I know. That's amazing.
Let's move on.
Y'all are both amazing.
Well, guys, I appreciate you being with me this morning, all morning long. Y'all have really made it interesting. William Taylor, go to work.
Yeah, Daddy lost one of the forklift keys. That's why he was calling.
Gotta have William Taylor there, though.
Gibbens Robichaux, always a pleasure.
Greg, your laughter is tremendous. You're going to carry us over the weekend. And
don't forget, Johnny Jam tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
Sony Bowl, 11 o'clock.
I love it. I'm going to be there.
I talked to Terry. We've got something coming up, too, in March.
Yeah, I'm playing the piano down by Spars at 6 o'clock.
And that's March, what, 3rd or 13th?
13th.
13th,
And
okay.
I asked Greg Dumas to come sing for us, but he won't do it.
It's got to be the appearance
How about it, William? You want to come sing for us?
Oh, no.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway. It's always fun to come up here and KTIB and dialogue, and just wonderful. And Greg Dumas, you keep laughing like that, and you're going to live up to 102.
Thank you, sir, and thank Linda. And it's 64 degrees outside right now. I'm just getting handed a note. Okay, yeah, that's the Arts Walk in Thibodaux's historic downtown Thibodaux, 6 to 9, March 13th. Put that on your calendar. I'm sure Gene will be talking to you more about that. I thank you, and put a little prayer in for Gene this morning that he might heal real quick, and he'll be back here on Dialogue as soon as he possibly can. We miss you, Gene. Come back and see us, all right? Until next time, you have a good time. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Greg.
All right.
Thank you for joining us this morning for Dialogue on 640 AM KTIB. Dialogue's in its 40th year of running with your host, Gene Richard. Gene has taken us on an in-depth look at what's happening in and around our community. You can join Gene every weekday from 7 to 8 a.m. right here on 640 AM KTIB. Dialogue brought to you in part by Thibodaux Regional Medical Center, A&G Refrigeration, Entergy Louisiana, Barbera Chevrolet in Napoleonville, and Psych World at 5509 West Park in Houma. Did you know that colon cancer is largely preventable and that when it's caught early, it has a 90% survival rate? The American Cancer Society wants you to know that if you're age 50 or over, you should get screened for colon cancer. It could save your life. This educational message has been brought to you in part by Relay for Life of Lafourche Parish, Thibodaux. Your involvement can change a life. Call the American Cancer Society at 1-800-ACS-2345 or visit www.cancer.org. Thank you for joining us this morning for Dialogue on 640 AM KTIB. Dialogue's in its 40th year of running with your host, Gene Richard. Gene has taken us on an in-depth look at what's happening in and around our community. You can join Gene every weekday from 7 to 8 a.m. right here on 640 AM KTIB. Dialogue brought to you in part by Thibodeau Regional Medical Center, A&G Refrigeration, Entergy Louisiana, Barbera Chevrolet in Napoleonville, and Psycho World at 5509 West Park in Houma.
KTIB-AM Thibodeau, Houma, Morgan City is AM 640, a Gap Broadcasting Company radio station.
News this hour on 640.